Hey everyone, it's Alex from Radside. We're here at Singapore Comic Con Day 2 and we're at Sabermach and we're with Jay again. So,
yep.
Nice to see you
Hi,
again. It's been a year.
again, Alex. It's great.
Yeah, so whole year and what's new?
Yeah, so we've been thinking a lot on the last 10 years we've been in Comic Con, right? So every year we always think about how we can outdo the one we did last year. So this year the size of the booth is the same, but we do have a lot of individual items here that would interest different kind of collectors. So of course our staple here is combat sabers, as you can see behind and here. Yeah. So this will still be our staple. We have some new launches and new products and some bestsellers as well over here. So beyond all these things, we have a lot of other things that we'll cover later on as we move around the booth. Yeah.
Is there anything here that you would like? Anything here that you would like to kind of discuss?
So I mean, so as for me, right, as an artist, over here we have what we call our Artisan Series. So over here, what we do in-house designs is installed by us, it's machined by us. So these are like the best of our best products. Over here will all the mass-produced sabers that are for con goers. So pricing-wise, they are between $100 to $200. They can get you a really, really good deal on a combat saber. So just this year itself at SGCC, we have some of this Revolt, Trailblazer, and our most affordable saber over here, the Pathfinder. Yeah. This is for SGCC itself. And if you are interested in a longer saber, we do have our Batosai, which is much like a katana, infused with modern sword kind of look. Yeah. So as you can see, this is gesture controlled. Yeah. Yeah. So it comes with all the different effects. 1, 2 color change. You can give it a try as well. So let me just turn on one of them. So they're all combat sabers. Oh. So they're meant to be durable as well.
Me there, didn't drop it. Is this the one where you kind of like...
You so you can just do a twist, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, yeah, right.
So it's a quick one. 1, 2, 3, you can turn it off. 1, 2, 3, turn it on again. Yeah. So it takes some practice as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah.
Yeah, I've had a lot of
so
practice.
So it's what we call
wrist.
gesture control.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Take that way because I don't want to drop it.
No problem. So these are, so we do have customers who have been asking for longer sabers. So this year we have 3 longer sabers as well for customers who are interested in doing all the flows and twists.
I'm sure there's some kind of comment I could have made there, but I'm not going down that route. I'm going to try and behave myself today.
So over the back will be things for the more discerning collectors.
Okay.
Over here, just beginning of this year, I just want to make a mention that Sabermach has acquired an Australian company, Australian saber company called the SP Sabers Props and Collectibles. Yeah. So the owner, Sean Patterson, has sold us the rights of the business. So we are representing right now some of these products that are one-to-one skill, but they are empty hilts. So these are meant for the discerning collectors who just wants to display them without all the sounds and effects as well.
Are there any kind of like complications with obviously licensing? And
so it is important to stress that we do not infringe on the IP. You don't call it Star Wars, Lightsabers, etc. So these are all combat sabers, and they are all original designs from the artist itself. So they may do a little bit of tweak to the design, but essentially when you look at them, you kind of get it. Yeah.
No, of course.
Yeah.
It's just to know because obviously, you know, it is.
This is a sensitive.
Borderline.
But in all around the world, the saber community is very well established. Yeah. All of us know the rules and regulations around the licensing as well.
Sure.
Yeah. So these are more of the sabers that collectors will identify with the movies and the films. Yeah. And so just basically for entire year, right, we have been thinking about, like I mentioned earlier on, how we can do something different. So this year itself, I managed to meet up with the founder for My Hero Props. So he's the only guy that is making some of the Ranger props that is recognizable. So over here, this is the White Hero Saber. This is fully made of metal. It weighs about 6 to 7 kilograms. So yeah, so the blade extends and retracts itself as well.
Is the blade metal?
It is fully metal. So although
How? I mean, like,
yeah, it's
it must
cast.
be hard to get in Singapore. I mean,
No, so actually this itself came in without any issues. So there's no, where we sometimes says that the customer will come and check and stuff like that. But I think because this is really just like a prop. Yeah.
well, we had an issue like on the XM booth where
Right.
basically they had the XM Batman Samurai from
Oh, yes, I
Royal
remember that.
Sellinger.
Yeah, yeah.
So Royal Sellinger did the
Right.
smaller version.
Right.
And the swords was only like this big.
Oh,
And
there were issues?
I don't know if it was the Malaysian side or
Right,
if it was
Malaysian, yes,
it might be
probably.
the Malaysian side. But
Yeah.
Customs took it away.
Oh.
And we didn't get it back until the Sunday.
Oh, wow.
So yeah,
okay.
and that was like that because they were like
It's a
like
small one,
knife.
but then it's because it's katana, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
sometimes the more recognizable hilts, right? The more recognizable swords kind of give it off as well.
Yeah.
But this one, you kind of know that it's like the blade is only at the tip, right?
Yeah. Just a tip.
Yeah. So over here, these are the cream of the crop.
Yeah.
These are for people who have the kind of money. Obviously, these are not owned by Sabermach. They are not made by us.
Yeah.
They're all made by overseas international artists.
Jeez. Yeah.
Yeah, so if you
Wow.
look at the prices, they are crazy. So my friend David from Saber Museum, basically he collects all of this. He's a collector. So what he does in this Comic Con is that we invited him to just showcase. Because these kind of sabers, you don't get to see it every day, and in all in one pool, right?
$8,888.
But if you look at them, right, every single detail over here, they're all handmade.
Yeah.
So some of them take a year to be made, some of them take 6 months to make. So these are what we call the internal crystal chamber chassis. So they all turn on,
Yeah.
they're all fabulous work of art. So a lot of us, we consider this as more of an art than a collectible, yeah.
I mean, like, if you were to combine that collection, that's
Yeah,
a
that's
lot of
insane,
money.
man.
Whoa.
Here, I think easily more than 50K.
Yeah,
So
Wow.
so some of these artists do things like etching as well. So you look at the very fine details. These are all hand done. So it's a remarkable piece of collectible. Yep.
Jeez.
Yep. So of course, my dear partner from FA Props. So if you are interested in certain credits, collectibles, things like mats as well for your table, for your workspace. We have some dices, bulk dices. Some tags as well. They're inexpensive, so if you really are interested in getting something for your loved ones, you can just buy it without thinking. Yeah. So this is all. So I'm going to bring you guys back to the middle of the booth again.
Yeah.
And then we can show you some of the new stuff
What
as
about,
well.
wasn't there stuff on the back?
Oh, over at the back. Yeah, we
Yeah,
can go there as
alright.
well. Okay. So over here, because it's Comic Con, right? So guys from our customers from the last 10 years have been saying, Jay, I really love your booth, but I already have so many of your sabers. Yeah. So we decided this year to do something that is inexpensive for customers. They are from many of the recognizable franchises. So you can actually take a look at all of them. They are all below $10. So they are keychains. I really like this 89 Batmobile. This is just really cool. One of my favorite. I'm an 89 Batman fan, right? Yeah. So these are, even if you are looking for Kyber Crystal necklace, these are just $9.90. And yeah, so basically these are a no-brainer for customers, or they just want to add on to their purchase. This is wonderful. Yep. So it's branded under the SP Sabers as well.
Oh yeah.
So my dear friend from Geek Culture, they were just posting it yesterday. They say there were so many franchises, too many for them to name as well. Yeah, so these are wonderful things. Yep. All right.
Saber across the top there as well.
That's so that's actually the Wukong stuff. It's a very simple, light version of the black. Yeah, that's the one. So this is like a $59 resin version of it.
Yeah.
There are some better ones. They are like kind of like $200, the full metal ones. Yeah, but this is great. Just something that.
I need to play that game. That game looks awesome.
Yeah. Black Myth Wukong, right? That's $59. And as I was mentioning for my hero props, so this is the green hero dagger. This is the first time the dagger is actually shown anywhere in the world. So during August, last August, we had the Pop Toy Show.
Yeah.
We debuted the grayscale version. It's like a prototype, right? So within 3 months, we managed to ask the manufacturer for my heroes to reproduce a full metal replica, and these are for sale as well. So this is based off the Japanese version of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the actual prop that is taken reference from for this replica.
I remember seeing the renders online.
Yeah. It's because the US version one is like a not so accurate. It's like a mock-up version of it. So so over here we also have the gold one. This is not for sale. It's just a proof of concept.
Yeah.
It's 18 karat gold plated. So I'm just toying with the idea of asking the manufacturer to come up with a limited edition version of this.
Yeah.
So there's only 200 of this. It's all sold out. So these are only available right now. We are distributing for them. We have a very few pieces. A lot of the fans in Singapore have already purchased them.
Yeah.
And of course, this is Way Studios, fully licensed by Hasbro. The Green Ranger 1:1 life-size bust.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he passed away. Was it Jason?
Yeah, Jason Frank,
David?
if I'm not wrong. Jason David Frank.
David Frank, yeah.
Yeah. So, but I'm a huge Green Ranger fan. So this is actually one of my own personal collection. I like it so much, so that I had one of this and I have one of this as well.
I never watched.
You've never watched?
When I was,
oh,
it
man.
was one of the things where we're just at that age where we kind of missed it.
Exactly, right. So I'm an 80s kid.
Yeah.
So by the time this came out in 1994, I was still in my I'm like 11 or 12.
Yeah.
So that is the age group that will watch the.
I've told this story before, but
Yeah.
we did a convention in Philippines,
Oh yes.
and Walter Jones,
Okay.
the Black Ranger, was there.
Yes.
And basically we went out drinking a couple of times.
Okay.
And he kept talking about Power Rangers. He kept talking about.
It must have bored you, man.
I said, look, I don't mean to be an arsehole, but I didn't watch it. I'm sorry. And we stood there like drinking our beer, and it was an uncomfortable silence for a good minute or so.
Okay.
And then the event organisers, they also ran like Miss World.
Yes.
So there was all these like models.
Awesome.
And then there was uncomfortable silence with there, and he goes, hey, but that Miss Brazil, right? And I'm like, fuck yeah. We started talking about that instead, which was a much better thing to talk about.
Yeah.
So.
That's an interesting story.
Really nice guy,
yeah,
really
but
nice
it's true. Not everyone likes the Power Ranger franchise, but I'm a huge fan. I grew up with it. So this is displayed on behalf of Collector's Art, my dear friend.
Yeah.
So they are for sale as well at the con. So it's going for just under $2,000 Sing dollars. They are ready to ship as well. Yeah, all ready, and they are limited to.
This is what you get shipped in as well.
This is what do you call it? Flight case.
Yeah.
They are great. It protects your statues 100%, but it's a pain to keep them.
Well, no, but it actually is a really good sort of pedestal.
Yeah, it is like
if
a
you have the
pedestal.
space.
Yeah, so for the con itself, I was deliberating whether we should have the wooden pedestals, but then I realized that hey, this is actually works as another alternative as well.
I think they look. They look pretty stylish.
Yeah, it's pretty stylish as well. He has that industrial look as well, right?
No.
Yeah.
That's the thing is if I had these, I wouldn't have anywhere to put them.
Yeah.
So I would have to use them.
Use them, right? Yeah. So I'm using this in the office right now.
And then.
And the main show stealer, as I call it.
Yeah.
This is the Herobo Bus from a very recognizable character that we all know and we all dearly loved. So I really like this is because I'm a huge collector of 1:1 life-size bus, right? I've been collecting Queens and Infinity for the last 3 to 4 years.
Very impressive collection.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
We should do that video one day if you get a chance.
Sure.
But I have so many of the silicone ones, but nothing beats the one that you see here right now. So with all this buzz from the studios, right? They always talk about different lightings or create different effects. But right here, right now at this convention, you realize that I don't have very good lighting. But yet, in every angle, he looks great.
I was doing it yesterday. I was like, I had my phone.
Yeah.
Normally, you have to kind of zoom in at a certain zoom and do all this
Yeah.
business. This looked great. I like everything I was trying to kind of do with it.
Everything.
I was trying to make it look bad on camera, and it normally doesn't take much because I'm
Yeah,
not
it
very good
doesn't,
at
right?
it.
Yeah.
And it just looked great every single time.
Every single
and even
time.
these, like your Sabers next
Yeah,
to it,
kind
the
of gives
light-
that glare,
the light
right?
they give off will like give you glare, like make it not look right.
Yeah.
Make the colours in the pigment not like look off. It just looks like everything.
Yeah.
Looks great
So
on
what
it.
I like about this is even if you look through the nose,
He's got
the
hair,
nostril,
yeah.
there are hairs,
Yeah.
hair, nose hair as well. So pretty realistic. All of the ones
Yeah, you
that
can
from
feel it.
Queens
Yeah,
and Infinity,
you
right?
feel it up there. Okay.
There will be a black, there will be a hole on the inside without that
Yeah.
effect. And sometimes if it's too translucent,
Yeah.
you can actually see, it doesn't look right. Yeah.
I mean, this is a whole other conversation, but normally with all of the busts,
Yeah.
they always do the mouth closed,
Yes.
so they don't have to do the teeth. Because the
Exactly.
teeth will be another $1,000 probably.
Yeah,
So,
exactly, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is the perfect
fucking
face, the glass eye, and what is cool about this is the head is removable.
Yeah.
And you can place the armored version head on, and the lights turns on the eyes as well. And I really like this. You played with this yesterday.
Yeah.
So this is the spectacles. I'm gonna just do that. And you can have another look.
Yeah.
Totally awesome.
But that's the thing is, I know you get the actual Iron Man mask.
Yeah.
But yeah, who's going to display that? Because if
Yeah,
you,
exactly. Yeah, so-
because this is such an
It's an iconic piece, right?
Yeah,
So,
I mean,
so what I did was it comes in a flight case like that as well.
does the it sounds crazy, but does the bust have a stand?
Yes, it does. So
Oh,
the
okay.
head itself, right? The armored head has another stand by itself. So you kind of
Oh,
like
yeah,
you can display it side by side.
Yeah, that's what you
But
would want.
honestly, I haven't even opened the stand or the head itself. The main thing, the money is in the head, man.
Yeah.
So this is what I'm going for. And yeah.
What I was going to do to creep out my girlfriend was I got the Christian Bale bust.
Oh yes, you do.
I was going to put the head in the fridge.
Oh man!
To creep her
That
out.
is gonna creep her out. You should do that for Halloween, right?
Yeah.
But this is just fantastic. So yeah, if you guys are at Comic Con, drop by and then take a look at this.
All right, no, that's been awesome. And we'll probably talk about this all day, but thanks, Jay. It's been
Thank you so
awesome.
much,
Do you
Alex,
want
for
to,
having us.
Tell people where they can check you out on socials.
Yeah, definitely. So sorry. Oh, where
On
to
your
check on
socials,
socials? Oh, so Sabermach, you can follow us at Sabermach at Facebook. We have Instagram and we have TikTok as well. So do follow us. Our website is sabermach.com. We are practically online most of the time. So if you want to reach out to us for any of the things you've seen here, you can do so. Just contact Jay or any of my friendly staff will be able to assist you guys. All right. Well, Alex, thank you so much
Thank
for
you
your
very
time
much.
again.
Right.
It's great to see you for the third year.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
we should do this again, hopefully next year if I'm still around
No, for
here in
sure.
this place.
I
All right.
appreciate it.
Thank you
Thank you.
guys.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you guys.